Good morning, beloveds. Wow, I do look like a hot mess. Okay. Well, it is hot out there. So I am currently sitting in the parking lot of the nice lady that tames my mane. My husband has already gone in. And I am going to do this, and then I'm going to go in. But I'm sitting in my car in the air conditioning because, yeah, it's warm out there. And we have a very specific one today. It is August 20th, and the title is Praying for Teenagers. So I look forward to seeing what that is. Oh, and apparently I just hit 10,000 steps. Dang. Oh yeah, we did almost 4 miles at the Coles Crossing park today. So yay, I've already hit my 10,000 steps goal today. Okay, so like I said, title is Praying for Teenagers. Whoops, I think I'm going to need my glasses today. Being in the car makes I can't. Yeah, so we're going to be doing the pirate thing today. All right, Praying for Teenagers, August 20th. Train up a child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. And that's Proverbs 22:6. And then from the Science of Mind, a realization of the presence of God is the most powerfully healing agency known to the mind of people. And that is Science of Mind, page 145. All right. Adolescence is a perfectly normal and natural part of everybody's development. Everything that goes with it is equally natural. Not always understandable, and sometimes slightly nerve-wracking, but an inevitable segment of experience. After all, it is God's life that is seeking expression. Let us give it a chance, shouldn't we? Say, I salute the God self in our wonderful teenager, and I know that divine love protects and divine wisdom instructs and guides them now and always. I have faith in God, so I have faith in God in my child. I know that each young person must learn what life has to teach. Each one is unique. Each one must do their own living. Each has a right to express. And I know that my teenager is rightly guided in expressing the highest concepts of life. Parents must be a bulwark of strength, understanding and sympathy, never demeaning the adolescent's problems, never underestimate the importance of trivial things to a young person. Whoops, sorry. This is the hazards of being in the car. And there we go. Okay, the car is vibrating. All right. Okay. Oops, 1 day 2. Okay, so let me go back to never demeaning the adolescent's problems, never underestimating the importance of trivial things to the young person. We must guide, instruct when needed, and try not to interfere unduly or impose standards of adulthood too soon. Yet we should encourage normal, steady maturity, independence, and high goals. Above all, we must not worry. Our part is to accept the spiritual truth and cling to it in the face of any challenge. This is God's perfect child, growing up now into perfect adulthood and in a perfect way. I am grateful for the truth. And that is Craig Carter, CC. Okay, so here's where I get to admit I don't have children. I have not raised children. What I have done is I have, 1, been a Sunday school teacher, and 2, because I've worked in retail and I get a lot of teenagers, I have shepherded a fair number of teenagers through some pretty important parts of their life. So you can take what I say in regards to teenagers with a grain of salt. But you should take anything I say with a grain of salt. You should always go back and think about what people tell you and choose whether or not that's good information or not. But he said some really, really important things. And the cool thing is what he said about teenagers doesn't just apply to teenagers. It applies to anybody that you get to know. That we should trust that their expression is good. It is God. It's God expressing. One of the amazing things about the freedom that our teenagers have now, and that young adults have now, and even older adults, is that they are now allowed to express their gender identity, their sexual identity, all of that, because it's not all the same thing. Gender identity, sexual identity, who you love and who you express as, it's not, it's not cut and dried. It's never been black and white. It's always been, dare I say, a rainbow. It's always been a spectrum. But now, society and culture has less and less influence on that spectrum. It's like, we can't just say, well, you're either this box or this box. The kids today are saying, well, I'm this box and this box is over here, or maybe I'm not even in the box. And that's amazing, because that's the variety of life. We are an infinite variety. We are one that shows up in an infinite variety. And the kids really have taken to that. And that's amazing and wondrous and fantastic. And it's allowed for, wondrous expression. And when these children are allowed to be who they are, then they can express all of their gifts. And so I'm very excited about that. And not just children, it's like at this point now, adults are allowed to do, being more and more allowed to do that. And, it's like, we got to let go of the boxes, people. We got to let go of the boxes. So yeah, I'm thoroughly behind this. And I commend Craig Carter, because when that Proverbs quote has been used very harshly, but when we train up the child the way they should go, basically when we teach children that they are expressions of God, that they are beloved children of God, then they will do right. They will do right. And they will do right by themselves, because it's not about doing right by their parents, and it's not about doing right by society and culture anymore. If they do right by themselves, then society and culture will benefit from that. I truly, honestly believe that. Because these children, they're not growing up. We're not teaching them to be selfish. We aren't. We're teaching them to be the expression of God that they are, and in the wonderful variety that comes in. It's never just been one or the other. And that the realization of the presence of God is the most healing agency known to the mind of people. Absolutely. When you know that you're a beloved child of God and that you'll be okay, you can do anything. And that's what children need to know. That's what teenagers need to know, that they are beloved children and that they can do anything. So, and he admits it, straight up. It's normal. It's natural. It's not always understandable. It's often slightly nerve-wracking. But that's what happens. When you stretch out to figure out who you are, amazing things can happen. And we just need to let go and let God a little bit when it comes to the teenagers. So, after all, it is God's life-seeking expression. Okay? So let's give it a chance. So I say, and I love this, I salute the God self in our wonderful teenager. And I know that divine love protects and divine wisdom instructs and guides them now and always. I have faith in God, so I have faith in my child. I have faith in God, so I have faith in my child. If I have taught these children anything, that I've taught them, then I hope that I've taught them that they're beloved expressions of God in every way that they express. Each one is unique. So they got to learn to make their own choices. And sometimes that means we have to let them make some mistakes and be there to help them. And I love that he says down here, we have to be the bulwark of strength, understanding and sympathy. We cannot demean them and never underestimate the importance of trivial things. If we belittle them on the trivial things, they'll never tell us the big things. And that is the truth. We must guide, instruct when needed. See, instruct when needed. We don't get to make their decisions for them. All we can do is offer guidance and be there to pick it up when they fall. Because they're going to. And that's okay. That's okay. Because they'll learn more from falling once or twice than they will if we just guide them around all of the pitfalls in life. Try not to interfere unduly or impose standards of adulthood too soon. And yet, we should treat them as independent, thinking, feeling beings that they truly are. Don't talk down to them. Don't talk down to them. We should encourage normal, steady maturity, independence, and high goals. It's like, and then don't worry. Now, if you're a parent of a teenager, I know that I'm spitting in the wind there. But it is our part to accept the spiritual truth and cling to it in the face of any challenge. And I'm going to tell you that about your children, but also about all of the people that you love and care about. Because they're all these infinite variety expressions of God. So, let people be who they are. Let them tell you who they are. Let them express who they are. And know that you're a safe person because you accept them as beloved children of God, as beloved expressions of God. You want a mission for today? There it is. Not just about teenagers. It's not just about teenagers. Our part, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to accept the spiritual truth about each person that we encounter, that we meet, that we care about, that we love, that we just run into on the street. Let people be who they are. That's the mission. We are an infinite variety coming from the same source. So, all right, that is what I know today. So you've got your mission. Then the other one is the same one I always give you, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. And I would encourage you, bearing that we talked about praying for teenagers today, one of the most loving, kind, and compassionate things that you can do is, I know you're not going to not worry about your child, but reduce your worry about your child. You've done a good job. You're doing a good job. I promise you, you're doing a good job. So let them be the beautiful expression of God that they are. And hold faith in that, especially in the face of any challenge. All right. So, and that looks like taking a nap, taking a walk, taking a, deep breath, doing all of that stuff. I keep losing the phone, so maybe I should just cut this a little short. Take care of yourself is what I'm telling you. Practice on yourself. Create a habit of self-care. Create a first response of love, kindness, and compassion, especially in the face of teenagers. So, all right. Do something to engage your mind and your body today, whatever that looks like. Drink plenty of water. I've got 2 of these in the car with me right now. Drink plenty of water. I'm sorry. Drink plenty of water. Get your early morning bright light. Set your day up. Get your circadian rhythms back in check. And open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you. You do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you all the time, even in the midst of teenagers, especially in the midst of teenagers, because that is an inside job. And please teach your children, teach your teenagers that happiness is an inside job. It's not about stuff. It's about knowing who you are and expressing who you are. So, all right. Catch us on the social medias. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I would tell you, if you want to know what's going on at the center, please email info@creativelife.org or go to the website, which is creativelife.org. Because, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And Yeah. So have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a get some AC day, a tame the mane day, a enchanted day, a magical day, a Saturday. So I'm going to go home and have a catter day once I get this mane tamed. Or have a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God, as is your teenager, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. All right? So take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. Absolutely loved. And Reverend David should be out around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. Tomorrow. So have a great day. And I will see you next time.